throwed the bullet to Jolly. Up over the 40, up over the 50 into Bulldog territory. Here's a slant pattern to Jolly. Breaks a tackle over the 20. One man to beat inside the 10. 5. Rushes down by near the end zone. And is he in? Yes, he's in.
All right, hey, Coach, what do you think about tonight's game?
Obviously, step number one towards goal number one, a state championship, and we know it's going to be extremely difficult challenge. From an offensive standpoint, we're going to try to spread this out, and we're going to do a good job of defending the run and pass and eliminate the big play. So we're going to create some turnovers. From an offensive or defense standpoint, we're aggressive, attacking style of defense. So that's going to be a big challenge for us.
What do you think? What are we going to do offensively with a really good quarterback and some really good receivers? Are we going to press the offense? Are we going to throw the football? Or are we going to run the football?
We're going to take what the defense gives us. To me, it's going to be about being balanced. I think one thing we've done a good job of all year and being balanced, and we really feel like the more guys we can get involved, the tougher we are to defend. So, our goal is to make people involved as possible.
How about our defense? With our defense being as good as they are, and they just floated the ball so well, do you think we'll be able to stop this offense?
Well, obviously, we got to keep guys in front of us. We can't let guys get behind us. And obviously, we've got a good threat quarterback, and they're able to run the ball, and we're going to have to do a good job of defending the pass and the run tonight. So hopefully we get an opportunity to create some turnovers and create some short fields for the offense, and be able to capitalize on it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
What's Coach Herb think about this team tonight? How tough is this team?
Talking about New Richmond Lions? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, New Richmond.
Let's go with us first.
Okay. Well, I think we've had a good week of practice. We focused in, and it's we know where we're at right now. Our last 5 or 6 games, you've seen it. We play with an attitude. So New Richmond, they're athletic. They fly to the football. So that's what playoffs are all about, buddy. So I'm excited tonight. Great football. Hope we have a good turnout tonight and the weather stays away. It keeps looking like it wants to rain.
I know.
I'm concerned about 2 things, Coach.
Yes.
We got very few penalties, but they always seem to come at the wrong time, and they kind of stack on each
Well,
other.
as Coach Moyer would always say, that means we're aggressive.
No doubt about it.
We're not passive. We're going after it, and if we make a mistake, so be it. We're not going to yell at them for that.
Yeah.
So that's
and on the punt returns, they're seeming to let them roll by instead of grabbing them and taking the hit.
I'm with you too. That 10 or 15-yard field position would be a killer, especially on a night like
tonight. Might be the
tonight.
difference. You got you with a tailwind.
But hopefully they're punting a lot and we're not. So we've only punted 9 times all year. It's
yeah.
So,
thanks,
guys,
man.
Good luck. Thank you. Appreciate all the work you've done this year.
It's Mr. McGue here, and what do you think about tonight's game, Mr. McGue?
I think the Redskins are going to dominate.
And what do you see about Richmond? Do you think what do they bring to the table that you think
They've got some good skill players. I think they give us a good challenge, and I think we're prepared. So we're ready to go.
And he says it right here. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. It's Tyler Copeland here, our JV football coach, which is coaching a lot of younger kids and is involved with a lot of the older kids. What do you think about tonight's game, Tyler?
I think this is a good test for us, especially here in the first round, just getting started and trying to get on track for a deep playoff run. So.
Tyler has been all over the place. He just graduated college, and man, he's just a big name. They love him for his wrestling capacity, how he brings wrestling to a lot of things. He was out on the East, and he brought, what did you do at Allen East?
Last season I called the defense for Allen East. We were regional runners-up in Division 6.
Yeah. And so what we're trying to do is, what I want to say with Tyler is, how many guys do we want to get on that wrestling team, Tyler?
Oh man, we want to get a lot. We want to get as many as possible.
And how much does wrestling impact football?
Oh, it impacts greatly. Just being able to tackle well, working with your hands. It's especially great for those guys down inside that constantly have to fight off blocks and things like that. You look at other levels of football, there's constantly guys who are, wrestle to have that wrestling background and been successful in football as well.
Coach,
thank you, brother.
What I've seen over the last couple of games is the other teams are arm tackling. These guys wrap them up and do a hip toss.
Oh, yeah.
I think I know where it came from now.
So we're live. Hey, Coach, what do you think? What do you think about tonight's game?
I think it's going to be a great game. First round of the playoffs. Should be a great game.
Do you think we have the best facilities in the league?
Oh, there's no question about that. By 100%, not even close.
What else do you want to say in front of the camera, Coach?
Beat New Richmond.
Hey, everybody! It's Chambers here, coach of freshman football team, quarterback coach. And what do you think? What do you think about tonight's game?
Those kids.
What do you think? How is their defense and their offense? How we correlate with what's going on?
It's going to be a good challenge. Those kids.
And that's what they do. This Bill Belichick-like. I got Brent Copeland here, one of the best coaches in the WBL. What do you think about tonight's game, Brent?
Well, I think defensively we can't let up any big plays, and we just have to get pressure on the quarterback and get after him.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so Rob Flynn, how many times did we go to Buckeye practices together? Maybe 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, half a dozen.
Yeah. Rob knows his football. And we want to get all these coaches in here and see what's going on here. How you guys getting these football players to play so dang good? What are you doing?
Well, we try and create a little team speed. So kids work hard in the weight room. So that's pretty much it. We're taking steps forward because they work hard.
I tell you what he does, a little bit of. He's been to a lot of Ohio State, Cincinnati, freaking all kinds of camps, and he knows what to bring to and we got Notre Dame in there, so he knows what to do with some of their weight room.
A little bit, yes.
So I'll tell you what, and we've seen some things with some of the teams we came out here with 7-on-7, and we've had some. When we see our kids take their shirts off, they look like they know what they're doing in the weight room.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit of you, Rob?
It's, well, not just on the hoof, it's functional strength. And they use bands to keep themselves limber, so it's power and then range of motion.
Jace Copeland, what do you think of how Wapak's come up this time of year, how we've come up and been such an explosive team this year?
I think a lot to do with the quarterback, Caleb Moyer, him having a year under his belt. Just the guys that we have, they're just playmakers. They come out, they compete, and I think their will, their drive is overpowers the opponents.
I'll tell you what, Jace Copeland is one tough cookie. And I'll tell you what, you can't break a lot of cracks on his head because this guy does his homework every day of the week, and he is a heck of a coach. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Friday Night Football on TSC.
It's a beautiful night for high school football here in Wapakoneta. It's time for Wapakoneta High School football on TSC. I'm Big Dan Wilson, and tonight's game is being brought to you by the following: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to high school football on TSC. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop, and it's week number 1 of the playoffs with the 8-2 Wapakoneta Redskins and the 5-5 New Richmond Lions. I don't have to say it, but you know I'm going to say it. It's a beautiful night for high school football as a full moon rises in the east. The clouds have parted, and we saw the 70s today on October 27th. Hard to believe.
Crazy, bro.
Josh Bishop, let's talk about tonight's action. You're excited. I'm excited. I know the players are excited.
It's been a long time since 07,
Yep.
Dan, since we get to do a playoff football game. And New Richmond's coming in. They're from the Ohio River area. They are right on the border of Kentucky, Ohio, and they're 2.5-hour drive here. I'm sure they're coming here to try to do what they can. But I guarantee you, Wapak is here to play football. We've seen them for the last 10 weeks, and they are impressive.
Well, just to make a minor correction, that was the last time you and I were in the booth together, but the last playoff game I did for Wapak was after Brendan's senior year in 2012. So I got to tell you, man, this was an incredible place at that time when you were making the playoffs back in 07. You know, it was such a select thing back then.
Yeah.
And now, as far as the regions are concerned, we've got undefeated teams playing 1-9 teams. And coming into this game, you know, as far as records are concerned, I never even liked seeing 5-5 teams come on to the playoffs. But nonetheless, we're going to play it tonight, and we're happy to be here. And I think it's going to be competitive. Although the Lions coming into this game, their last game was a big loss to Clinton Massey. They lost 49-0. And then the 3 games prior to that, they gave up over 50 yards, or 50 points, I should say, in each one of those 3 games.
And the thing is, we don't know a lot about them. We tried to look at stuff. I don't know if they lost a couple guys or not, but it's like the last 4 games they've not won a game, and they got blown out. But they come in here.
They opened the season, I think, 5-0.
Yeah,
so
they
5-1
they come
or whatever
in here
it was.
very confident. Seeing stuff from their coach.
You were down on the field. You interviewed some people.
They think they can win this game.
They feel good about it.
Yep.
And the New Richmond fans are still coming in as we start. It's a little bit windy tonight. In fact, we had some pretty high winds prior to the start of this. Let's talk about who's back to receive for New Richmond.
Number 3 and number 4 for New Richmond. It's Alex Bohm and Trey Siniger. Guys, next year, if I do this again, I will get a pair of glasses and with some headlights on top, because I really do have a hard time starting to see these numbers. I didn't realize I was just getting this old.
Siniger is a junior, by the way,
yes.
and he's one of their leading receivers this year. So we talked about their quarterback, Brady Young, 27 touchdowns coming into this game. They got a strong fullback. They're going to come out in a 5 wide-out set and showing pass right off the bat. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line to start the game. They're going to set up that bubble screen out to the left side. A flag already. It was completed to Levi Kennedy, but a flag came out pretty quick. It might be interference by either the offense or defense.
Yes.
The offense did push off. They're going to say that Kennedy pushed off on the play.
Well, and he did. I mean, you've seen him come up and just kind of shove the DB out of the way. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you run a good route and you put a drop step on the field and you come back. So, hey, that is not what they want to start with here tonight.
We heard Schnarry's name out there, and Schnarry's been leading the team with almost 9 tackles per game. So He's the guy to watch out for. The penalty puts him back to the 10. It'll bring up 2nd and 20 from the 10. Just underway here from Wapakoneta, Ohio, week number 1 of football playoffs. You can't be any more excited than this. In the shotgun again. He's under a little bit of pressure.
Boom.
Going to throw it out to the right.
Jarrett Mullen all over him. Nope. Yes, that was Jarrett Mullen. And he said, hey, would you look at me? I'm going to put it right in your chest, right here.
Luke Wolf was the intended receiver as Young trying to zip it out there to him. He lost the handle on it. It'll bring up 2nd and 20 from the 10. As I said, just underway, week number 1 of high school football playoffs. And it is a great night for football. Boy, I never thought I'd see this kind of weather this late in the season. Unbelievable.
It is. It's like, hey, you can bring your shorts out. Oh,
so
and
Young's
here they are.
Going to look left,
and he just
throw
throws
right.
it up. It's like he's throwing up to the wind. I mean, you know where you're throwing to. You know, I mean, he just throws it up, and anybody can catch it. The defensive guys in the
I knew he threw it into a cluster of players down there.
It was it looked like a screen, but there was nobody there for it. You just don't take it.
I'm going to say it was intended for Seninger. So Seninger's another junior. They do have a lot of young players. The quarterback himself is only a freshman. That's hard to believe. Young in the shotgun, 3rd and 20, fakes the handoff. He looks, he throws, connects, barely gets back the penalty yardage.
But he gets it back. It's all right. They're going to punt.
That was Kennedy. And
so back deep for Wapak is Caden Page and Grant Jolly.
Yeah, the fearsome twosome.
The fearsome twosome. The best receivers in the WBL, in my opinion.
Here comes the punt. He's got a little bit of time, but he was under pressure. And a fair catch called by Page. And Wapak will start off just inside the 50-yard line in New Richmond territory. So we know what Wapak does when they usually have great field position. Let's hope they can keep it up. We're going to call it the 49-yard line of New Richmond.
And let's just talk about Wapak's offense right now. What have they done, Dan, that this year that's been different than they have? You remember the years we used to do this where they were just run-oriented.
It's
now
very mixed offense.
Very mixed, man.
And I'm really impressed. And we'll talk about those numbers in a second as Moyer lines up under center. He's going to hand it off to that guy, Jace Nouse, who's just been, well, I mean, you put the world on his shoulders offensively, and he certainly has stepped up. You know, it's hard to believe how many times we've called him for touchdowns. He's got 15 running touchdowns, 16 total, and it seems like he has more of that. But one thing that's key about Jace Nouse coming into this game, 125 yards per game. How cool is that?
That's pretty awesome.
Trips out to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right, 2nd and 7. Moyer's going to throw it out to the right. It's caught by Page.
And there's
looking for a block, and now looks like he didn't really get his guy down there. But, Page got enough to
they
get close
got
to a
3rd
first
and
down.
1, and so at this point you're in 2-down territory. So Caleb Moyer they're gonna drill something up with Coach Moyer here, and you know what I mean. What do you do here? What I do is the monster, Jace Nouse.
Well, they bring in Joey Truesdale and Schnarry, as per usual. They've got Hauser down there too, and they're going to hand it to their tailback, Nouse, and Nouse has got the first down. No, it's Schnarry.
No, it's Schnarry. Hey, well, give it to Schnarry too.
We're always happy when Schnarry
Yes, we
gets
love
the ball.
to see
He's
him
a
run the
bulldog.
football. He is a bulldog.
1st and 10. We'll call it a gain of 8. 9:46 remaining. Wapak with their first possession here in the first quarter. The New Richmond Lions were 3 and out, and Wapak got the ball in great field position to start this game. And 3 plays later, they're moving the down marker. Let's put it that way. On the 32 of the Lions, Moyer in the shotgun. Hauser in motion to the right. Toss sweep. And now trying to slip through a couple of tackles there.
8-yard gain.
Every
Great
bit
run.
of that, maybe 9.
Nice run by Nouse, and on the tackle for New Richmond Lions is Jacob Shepard.
You know, talking about these Wapak offensive players, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about Jolly and Page again. You know, both of those guys are averaging about the same. Jolly 56 yards per game, Page 54, and they have 4 touchdowns each.
Peace.
3 wide receivers out to the left. It's Page out to the right, and that's where they're going to go.
Oh,
down and out to Page. Got enough for the first down near or inside the 15-yard line.
He's 6'2", Dan.
Great
Sophomore,
hands.
great hands.
We talk about 2 things about Page that has impressed me this year. One is his route running. He's so disciplined. He's so good, and his awareness of where the defenders are.
Right.
But, of course, I would be remiss, too, to say that guy's got a great pair of hands. Man.
He does have a really good pair of hands.
Wapak on the move, 1st and 10 from the Lions' 14-yard line. It's going to be a handoff. Nouse. Nouse turns the corner. 5
and
into the end zone.
Just like that. Beefcake's in the end zone.
14-yard touchdown run by Jace Nouse.
Holy Toledo. Did that look like Wapak did their job?
Wow, they moved pretty quickly and pretty easily. 49 yards to get that touchdown, a 14-yard run. Scamper, as we used to call it, by Jace Nouse to take the lead 6-0 Beach to attempt the extra point. Metzger on the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:39 remaining here in the first quarter, Wapak draws first blood, 7-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Elevation Chiropractic, formerly known as Kantner Chiropractic, has been serving Wapakoneta and the surrounding communities for 30-plus years of generational quality chiropractic care. Elevation Chiropractic is unique as we utilize numerous techniques to accommodate our patient as well as their condition. In addition to chiropractic care, we now offer cutting-edge technologies such as spinal decompression as well as Class 4 laser therapy. As a former Redskin alumni, Dr. Michael Nagel would like to wish all the Wapak athletes a successful and healthy season. Visit us at elevationchiroohio.com or contact us at 419-738-4373 to see how we can elevate your health.
Do you know the dollar value of your largest asset? I'm committed to volunteering my time to help you determine the value of your home with a free market valuation. Every month or quarter, you receive a statement for your other valuable assets, so why not know the value of your home? By contacting or connecting with me, we can set up an appointment to take a quick look at your home and determine the value of your largest asset. Give me a call at 419-773-9583 or click to connect to my website to get started.
And back deep for the...
Hey, I didn't welcome everybody back yet. Welcome back, everybody. Now you can talk.
All right, they're back here with, and it's almost, Dan, we don't really talk about returners with Kyle Beach because they never return the football.
Yeah,
so
Senegar was back there to receive.
Senegar and all the guys, but sorry, guys. But anyway, Dan, I've heard some rumors about the coach coming in here, and they thought that Wapak was kind of soft. That's what we're hearing, and
wow,
they just got their first taste of Wapak offense, so.
Well, I was wondering who paid him, or who did we pay to tell them that we were soft?
I don't know who they did, but you know what we do?
Don't know.
We know they're not soft.
1st and 10, and that's the quick hitter out to the left sideline. And coming up with the ball is his go-to guy, number 17, and that's Kennedy, Levi Kennedy.
And on the tackle for them is Wapakoneta Redskin is Mr. Do-It-All Grant Jolly.
2nd and 10. There was no gain on that play, believe it or not, and that one's probably going to lose a yard.
I just want to know, when you look at that D-line from Wapak, do you think they're soft, Dan? I know better than that.
You know, these guys are some of the nicest guys off the field.
They are.
When
good
they
dudes,
put that
man.
helmet on, they come to play football. There was no gain. It's 3rd and 10. So maybe another 3 and out here. Boy, they're really pressing defensively. Nouse is out there. So it's always nice to see him defensively. Jarrett Mullen They're pressing a little bit. 2 wide receivers out to the left. The clock runs down as far as the play clock is concerned, but Young's going to look across the middle, and it's going to be picked off!
Caleb!
Intercepted!
Frickin' Moyer! Is he going to tell? Look at him just skipping around.
The quarterback, Moyer.
Heck yes!
Inside the 15 on the return. And Wapak will take over 1st and 10 on the INT.
He read the quarterback's.
Wow.
He just saw it from the frickin' left his arm. He said, hey, I got that. I got this. And he dang near put it in the end zone. But
1st and 10 for the Redskins. They'll start their second possession inside the 15-yard line on that INT. So Moyer, after he made the interception, ran to the sideline. Now he ran back in. Hope they're going to give him a little bit of a break. He's back there with Jace Nouse. 2 wide receivers set. Page wide left. Jolly in motion left. They're going to roll him left. He looks left, throws, and that one was almost picked off, Josh, by Tyler Centers.
Centers just didn't get his hands around where they needed to be, but I tell you what, Caleb's kind of winded.
I'm surprised they called that game,
went fast
play.
And a rollout left.
After all that
when you're so
around.
tired. So, just keep him in the pocket, let him throw the ball.
And they've got him running back to the sideline for the play. And Schnarry's coming. I don't know why Schnarry couldn't bring the play.
Well, maybe Schnarry's going to say, hey, Caleb, I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to run the football maybe for a touchdown here.
We'll see. We'd like to see that. 7:34 remaining here in the first quarter. Page split wide to the left. Hauser in the slot to the right. It's going to be a handoff to
Well, it wasn't Schnarry, but darn it was Nouse to the house.
I couldn't even get his name out, and he was in the end zone.
Man, that was that fast.
Oh, wow. Another 14-yard TD for Jace Nouse.
That's so awesome. It's nice to see Jace and all the seniors, which is such a good senior class, Dan. And this is what I've said all week. I said, me and you have talked about it.
Yeah.
We say this is a really good Wapak football team.
Yeah, it really is.
We have some good teams in the region. We have some.
There's a personal foul on Wapak. The touchdown is good. They'll be assessed on the kickoff. So.
But what we say, Dan.
We got a little too excited. We
got excited.
Missed that down there.
But let's when we get this team in the playoffs, we might as well go.
Metzger with the hold. Beach with the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:29 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak with the early lead. Take advantage of the INT and up the spread 14-0. We'll keep it right here. I got to do some house.
We're going to do some housework up here in the
housework
booth.
here. If you give me a second, I want to thank.
Well,
listen,
I've got the broom out here. I'm sweeping around.
Let me talk about our sponsors first. Couldn't do it without TSC, of course. Merritt Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm, Jimmy Sager, All Glaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, and Dad's Toy Shop. I got to tell you, when I sent out notices for sponsorship for the playoffs, I can't tell you how excited these guys were, our sponsors.
Good.
Including TSC. I mean, it's a real thrill to know that we're doing the best we can to help promote those businesses, in addition to the fact that they're excited to be a part of it.
Yes.
So
right.
I can't tell you enough, sponsors, how much we do appreciate your support.
We do, boys.
For Wapak
we do,
High School
boys and girls.
football.
We love you.
So actually, the kickoff is going to come from the 25. Where do you going to take a bet on where it's going to land? I say the 10.
About the 10.
I'm going to say the 10.
Well, maybe you'll just put it right out of the end zone anyway.
It hit on a 3. Wow.
The kid is good. The kid is good. I said, well, the 10, he just says, heck, I'll put this son of a gun right in the end zone.
That was the best line drive kick I've seen him hit all year.
He's giving the old Bosa. He's got the Bosa thing going here. He's like, hey, what? What a kid, man.
Well,
we're going to miss him next year.
Like you were saying,
what I mean?
I was just going to get to that. Like you were saying, the seniors have come to play this year.
Right.
And sometimes, not every year,
don't happen.
are the seniors cohesive like this. I mean, these guys, they talk about the brotherhood.
Yeah.
They talk about playing for each other. And that's what football's all
It's
about.
all about, Dan. We know that, right?
1st and 10 from the 20. The screen from Young. Not going to get much out of that one again.
And on the tackle for, I almost said Ohio State, but it reminds me a lot of Ohio State's defense. It's really good as Mr. Schnarry.
Well, they like thrown to the sideline, don't they?
They don't.
That one intended for Levi Kennedy, and Kennedy caught it. And he's going to be short of the first down.
And tackled by Caden Page.
It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Well, that's more like 3rd and 2, but boy, he really stares down his receivers too. The young quarterback, who is young, literally and figuratively.
He is young. He's a tough kid. I mean, he is young, a 9th grader, right?
Absolutely. 6:36 remaining. Takes the low snap, throws it again out to the left sideline, and I don't know if they're trying to lull us to sleep and then go back across the middle, but it was Kennedy on the receiving end. And that's their first down of the game for the Lions. So they mark the ball just short of the 35. They're in a hurry-up offense. That time it's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and there's a flag as number 22, the running back, Dylan Wolf, another freshman, got about 10 yards on the play, but I thought I saw a flag.
He blew through that line. We had a tackle from the safety, Ryan Richardson.
We'll call it a gain of 9. It'll bring up 2nd and 1, and it's a quick
snap.
Yep.
First down.
Right to Wolf again. And Wolf's got enough for a first down. So it was my understanding that 23, Braylon Patchell, who's got all their yards, might be hurt coming into this game. And so we haven't seen him yet, either offensively or defensively. The screen with going out to Manning, and that's going to be a gain of about 2. And these guys are doing a hurry-up offense here.
They know they have a job to do, and nice for Mr. Messer getting that tackle. But, there they go again with a little high.
Yeah, Young throws the ball.
Page on the coverage.
You a little excited there?
Yeah. Well, Dan, I have not done this all year, but I thought, well, maybe I'll have a Red Bull before I come up here.
All right. Well, let me call the play.
All right. Sorry. No Red Bulls for Josh again.
This is too much fun already. 3rd and 9. Young has some time. He's going to go down. Is he going to go down? Yes! Yes!
Yes, sir. And who is it? 57.
Yeah, Rampula, man. Come on.
I knew who it was. I just didn't want to say it. I just knew who that guy is, and he's been a destructive beast all year.
Rampula's got 7. Between him and Pack, they have 7 sacks each.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah. Plus, he's got, I think, the most for a quarterback sacks for a loss. Most yards lost. But Bryson Pack is going to call a fair catch at the 25.
Sorry, Dan, I don't mean that. It was Caden Page.
Caden Page,
yes.
I'm sorry.
And
I got Pack on my mind.
Well, we can't get Pack out of our head because he's playing so good anymore. All we ever see is Pack just making things happen.
One of the things, too, that we talked about that we didn't kind of follow up was the injury that he had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, with the high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
And we thought he wouldn't play till this day,
right.
and he played way earlier than we thought. And he's just a tough kid.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Moyer looks. Doesn't see a guy open, decides to tuck it and run. He's up over the 30, over the 35, trying to reach the sideline. It spreads it up to about the 50-yard line on that run. Boy, oh boy. I think if he turned that corner just a little bit quicker, he would have had that sideline all the way to the end zone.
What a run with a sophomore quarterback as savvy as he is.
Let's talk about his maturity, his maturation throughout the season.
And I've talked to people around the area about how much he has progressed in a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has come on. They said last year he was a little tentative on some things, but this year he has taken his role as a leader.
Yeah.
And this is why we're this good.
1st and 10 from their own 49. Moyer in the shotgun. Hauser in motion to the right, and that's where Nouse is going to go. Right behind Mosier, or right behind Hauser. Hauser and Moyer is Mosier.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Right.
And I did not have a Red Bull.
You didn't have a Red Bull. I shouldn't have had a Red Bull. It's got me all wound up
You're
here,
fine.
just like old Tommy
we
boy.
were wound up before.
I know. I'm always wound up.
Before
ain't I?
Friday anyway.
Yes, I'm always wound up.
We were just happy to be in the playoffs.
Yes, we're excited.
Gain of 7 will bring up 2nd and 3 from the 44 of the Lions. Wapak up 14-0. Moyer drops back, has time.
And
looked like they were trying to set up a screen.
Oh,
Has a guy open, it's Hauser.
Pass. My gosh,
Yes.
it's Hauser. What a
Give
dang
me some of that.
decisive
Yeah.
frickin' job by the quarterback. It's like,
It looked
Man.
like he went through his progression
yes,
as far
he
as
did.
reads were
And
concerned.
He looked downfield. He saw Caden Page. He got picked up by the safety. And then he saw Hauser just come underneath and with an awesome play.
It looked to me maybe it was some kind of a screen that was trying to develop and didn't. Then he looked to his second, and he found that tertiary receiver in Hauser, and that was a big gain down to the 20. 1st and 10 from the Lions 20 with 3:40 remaining here in the first quarter. We've got Jolly in motion to the left. There goes Moyer. He's going to roll left.
There it is.
He's got a guy open in the
got
end zone. It's a touchdown.
Right there.
You saw that.
I did. I saw it open up. They did not have it. That is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir, bro.
Wow.
Right here.
Wow.
We are excited up here. Our first playoff game since a long time ago. And we knew tonight we were going to have a lot of fun, didn't we, Dan?
Oh, yeah, brother. Wow. Now, dig this. You got to remember that this drive started back on their 25. And that may have been a quicker touchdown than the drive that started at the Lions 49. What a beautiful, well-played game so far. No errors, and let's hope they keep knocking it out of the park with 3:31 remaining in only the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Camping is one of America's oldest pastimes, so why lose a minute of family fun when your RV needs service or repair? At Kill RV Service, we offer you the best in service and repairs. Your site or our site, our experienced team will thoroughly inspect and professionally repair your camper or RV so you don't miss a minute of fun. We do insurance and extended warranty repairs and have a complete array of parts in stock. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Auglaze Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop for tonight's high school football action here on TSC. Week number 1 of the high school playoffs, and so far so good for the Redskins, up 21-0. Let's talk about this high-powered offense.
Potent offense. Dan, sometimes I think we get a little advantage. We're up higher than most people. We can see things develop. We see things developing up here. We saw Caden Page just blow right by the guy and come open. And luckily for Moyer, and this is something different for him this year, he's seeing the field so well this year. He is hitting every open receiver. And I tell you what, man, I mean, there's a lot of good things that can happen. I mean, this team is special.
What I was impressed with especially with that pass to Hauser, is it looked like he was going through his progressions. It looked like he had the patience to be able to find the open receiver and hit him on the run. He was running to his right.
He was. It was beautiful.
So, again, it gets back to his skill level, improving his awareness of the field and what's around him. The way he ran that ball, too, on that drive, just outstanding. His sense of what's happening defensively is terrific. Here's Young. He's going to throw a low fastball, if you will.
Yeah. And Truesdale wanted to let him know, hey, you caught the ball. I just want to hit you a little bit here.
Dylan Wolf on the receiving end for a gain of 3.
He did hit him. That's football.
Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 7. I'm not going to give him an extra yard like the press box will.
On the tackle for Wapak is Truesdale again.
Wolf, the ball carrier, and that's only a gain of a yard.
Too, but Truesdale an initial tackle.
Yeah, we'll call it. I guess we'll call it 3rd and 4. I don't want to call it 3rd and 4. 3rd and 5. Play clock is running. They're down to 15 now. Young's got a motion guy to the right. He's going to do like a jet sweep, and
boom,
that's
out of bounds.
Siniger.
Grant Jolly pushing him out. Siniger going outside, but Grant Jolly with a great tackle. 4th and 2 coming up.
Yeah, he really held him.
Yes.
If he would have got to the edge a little bit quicker, he may have had a first down and then some.
So they're going for it.
They're going for it on
here.
4th and 2.
Are they try to
Quarterback
draw us off
keeper.
Here? Man, I hope not, because they're going to lose it. If they go for 4th and 2 here with their quarterback, lights out. So they're going to have to come up with something funny because we've stopped it all. I think they're going to try to draw us off sides, call timeout, and probably punt the ball.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, they actually are going for it.
And it's knocked down.
And who is that? 68, Holzkamp with one heck of a darn hands up. Get your hands up and knocking stuff down. Kyle Holzkamp.
How many times have we seen him get his mitts in the way?
He's 6 foot whatever anyway, but he's 6'5", and he's so tall, and he just got his body in the air, caused some havoc, and now it's Wapak's ball.
Wapak's ball on the 28-yard line of New Richmond. Man, oh, man. Everything going the Redskins' way tonight. 2:27 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak, 1st and 10. Again in Lion territory from their 28. Moyer, 3-step drop, throws it across the middle.
They're trying to hit our tight end there, Hauser, but they see him as their threat. You know what I mean?
That
so they triple-teamed him.
That brought memories of the first scrimmage, or the scrimmage that we did before the first game. And they hit Hauser a couple times right over the middle, and we kept saying all year long, that's a great target to have there, and just didn't see much of it. But
they're seeing it now. I tell you, Moyer is that kind of coach, and he knows when to bring that playbook out. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to probably see more things than you've not seen all year.
2nd and 10 from the 28. Here's Naus. Naus looking for some running room, up to the 20.
See is this
15.
Guy.
Down to the 12. Yeah, baby.
Naus. It don't matter that you can tell Mouse is coming to the house, but they can't stop him. 5'11", 100 or 210-pound senior. Great wrestler.
And again, he showed what he's been showing all year long as far as his running capability is being patient, sees the hole, and then finds that gear and blows through that hole as quickly as he can and just runs downfield from there.
Yeah. And, Dan, let's go back to this.
It's a combination fullback, halfback.
The offensive line has been money this year.
Yeah, here's Moyer. From his 20, there's the screen to
is.
Caden Page at the 10, cuts back to the outside.
Yes,
he's
sir!
in for the touchdown.
Yes, sir. The speed and the quickness of him, unreal. 6'3", 100 and maybe 6 pounds, but he's fast as lightning.
Wow.
He's not real big, Dan, but dang it, he is quick and he gets to the open area, and he has hands of gold.
Wow. The $1:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Dare I tell you what the score is if you can't see it on the screen right now? 27-0. There's Beach with the extra point.
And there it is.
And the kick is up, and the kick is good. I'm taking too many timeouts. I'm going to have to just keep it right here.
You know what, guys? Hey, if you don't know that me and Dan love our Redskins, we love our Redskins.
Without a doubt, brother. Without a doubt. Yeah, just a beautiful night for football. Wapak, of course, in a pretty tough region. So we're looking down the road, and why not? It's 28-0. You know, we've got Trotwood Madison, we've got Hamilton Baden, who we know about. We also have Vandalia Butler. You know, there's a lot of good schools in this. You know, Elida's up there too, but there are a lot of teams too that are in the bottom half that I think there's a distinct difference when you look at the computer rankings between the bottom half of the region and the top half of the region. There's a distinct difference.
Oh, it's so different. And this is what people are saying. Hey, you got 16 teams in it. You know, Dan, we were 7-3 my senior year.
Yeah.
And we were so far out of the playoff.
Yeah.
And, you know, had St. Mary's, Salina.
Terrible.
And Salina didn't even get in.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It was St. Mary's my junior year, and then, you know, nobody else. I mean, it was 4 teams in the region. It used to be 4 teams.
I know. I remember. You know,
I mean,
I don't mind.
really
I didn't
had to
mind
be-
it going to 8. I didn't mind it, but I didn't
8
like.
is plenty.
I didn't like the regions, or I mean the divisions expanding, and I didn't like the regions expanding the way they did. Here's Beach with the ensuing kickoff, and of course, don't have to tell you where that ended up.
Right. Out of the end zone for Kyle Beach. Dan, we haven't heard a lot about if we are hearing Kyle Beach is getting a lot of offers. We don't know what's
Our
been
congratulations
offered.
to
And
Kyle Beach because Kyle won the WBL
Kicker of the Year.
Player of the Year. The last person from the Wapak team to win that was Andy Fowler, who good friend of my son Brendan's. He was in that class, a great baseball player, and tried to get him to be the kicker for Wapak that year, and things didn't work out. I would have loved to have seen him kick like Beach for football, but that just didn't come to fruition. So here's Young in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from his 20.
Oh!
Don't tell me that's picked off.
Yes, sir! Golly, jeez, what is going on here? They're getting out of the realm, trying to make things happen, and Reach Starry with a senior year picking it off at the 20-yard line. Wowzer Towser, right?
Wow.
I tell you what, man, that's what you want to see out of your seniors, your linebackers. Been money all year. Is that his first pick of the year, Dan? Did he have one earlier?
No,
I can't remember.
It could be. Yeah,
I think it is his first
pick of the year.
That was a great catch. I mean, he dove for it, caught it, got his arms under it. We're looking here on replay. It was a catch.
I'm running out of room on my notebook here. It's just the first quarter.
It's so much.
What is going on?
They're freaking nuts. They won a state championship.
Moyer under center this time. He's going to roll left. He's got a little bit of pressure.
And
fakes out. The defender has got a man open, and it's dropped. Wow.
And
Ryan Walter back there
I think the DB kind of touched it because they're all celebrating back there. So I think a hand was on it, and that was just knocked away. But it was a great pass. I just think I think his fingernail touched it. And you know, Dan, as well as I do, it don't take much to take your focus off of football.
Oh yeah, no question about it. Yeah. 2nd and 10 from the 24. $1:29 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak up 28-0. It's just not fair.
And
there's
who is
Nouse.
it? Oh,
Nouse
would you
to the
look at
15, down near the 10-yard line. They'll move the chains. Now they're going to mark it at the 12. I was going to say, it'll be 1st and goal. No.
New Richmond coming in here thinking they are as tough as nails, but I think
long ride.
It's a ride out. I'll tell you what, they ran into the best WBL football team that we've seen in a long time.
No
I mean, Wapak is playing really good football.
They're hitting on all cylinders
they are.
right now. And it's showing.
And New Richmond, as much as they want to watch film and stuff, you don't until you see them. You can't say it. They're just that good.
Hauser moving to the right, but they're going to run to the left. No, it's going to be Moyer running to the right after the option fake.
And he's in!
And he's in for the end.
Yes!
Touchdown in the end zone. Oh, my gosh.
My goodness. They're just, flag. Holding.
Wow. Is that all it takes is a Red Bull to get you this excited?
Yeah.
Man?
I mean, should I do it every week or should maybe it's too much?
I can't hear myself. You're so excited. I don't know, man.
Hey, I tell you what, man. I mean, when another team from somewhere we aren't around, and they come up and you kind of hear a little smack talking, you just want to.
Yeah, you get a little.
Yeah, you get a little more.
You get a little
edge on you, you know.
You know, and justifiably so, because Wapak has earned this spot today.
Yes.
They've earned this position in the playoffs.
Right.
And nobody's going to talk about us not earning it. That's for sure. Moyer's going to hand it to Nouse. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. And once again, he's to the 5. Touchdown, Moyer.
This time, right here. Awesome sauce, bro.
That's
right
a
there.
17-yard.
And I see over here, Mom's happy. She's jumping up and down, Mrs. Moyer, and she don't even know. She's jumping off her feet. Oh,
wow.
Caleb. What? He pulled the ball at the right time.
Dude, there's 40 seconds left in the first quarter.
I know it.
What's going on?
Oh.
Boy, Nouse went to the house twice with 2 14-yard runs. Jolly, a 20-yard touchdown pass. Caden Page, a 13-yard touchdown pass. Moyer, a 17-yard touchdown run.
Unreal.
And, by the way, Beach just added another extra point. It's 35-0, everybody. What's going on?
Clock in the first half?
I don't know. We'll talk about it, but we'll be back after this. You're watching high school playoff football on TSC.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Auglaize Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. You're reading the score right. 35-0 with 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Wapak just tearing it up right now against New Richmond. And the Lions, I'm sure they're a little bit confused too coming into this game. I'm sure they wanted to play better, but their track record coming into this game, like we mentioned, the last game of the season was a big loss against Clinton Massey, 49-0, nearly 50 points. And you go back the last 3 games prior to that, they lost by 50-plus points in all 3 of those games prior to that. So last 4 games, you might as well say 50 points have been scored on them
in the last 3 or 4 games. And I'll tell you what, you know, you look at, you don't know, because we don't know everybody's leagues. We know our league. We see some stuff. We can go on the hands down. But we knew Wapakoneta was tested. They had Marion Local. I don't care what you have, any division of Marion Local plays.
Senegar, the ball carrier there.
So
no. I'm sorry, Wolf, the ball carrier.
Wolf, the ball
But listen,
carrier.
yeah, I mean,
we're battle tested, man.
You could take any of those teams that are in the middle of the pack of the MAC, and they're going to compete in the playoffs. They're going to compete in the playoffs. But if you got a 5-5 team, in most cases, you're not going to see much out of them. Now, in the past, we have seen teams that were 5-5 out of the MAC go to state.
Yeah, because they beat each other up, which is a tough league. And I don't know much about this league.
But you're right. You're right. Well, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the Wapakoneta Redskins 35, the New Richmond Lions nothing. You're watching high school football playoff action here on TSC.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848, celebrating our 175th anniversary. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 22 for New Richmond. It rustled out of bounds. Number 22 is Wolf. Metzger on the tackle. Just underway, second quarter action. You see the score right there. It's 35-0. Wapakoneta just handing it to the Lions right now. Young in the shotgun on 3rd and 8 from the 22. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Wapak showing blitz, actually. Young taking his time as the play clock gets down into single digits. Calls for the snap, looks right, throws right, and tiptoeing out of bounds once again is Siniger on the receiving end. And he seems to be the go-to guy for Young, but not enough for the first down. So let's see if they bring out the punting unit and concede down 35-0. Punt the ball is number 79, Grant Harrison, back to receive. Caden Page and Jolly. The punt takes an end-over-end kick. Caught by Jolly at the 35. He's to the 40. He's to the 45. He's at midfield to the 40 of New Richmond, down near the 20 and wrestled down inside the 20-yard line. 30-plus yard return for Grant Jolly. Wow. Wow. So Wapak will take over once again in Lion territory, 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. 2 wide receivers left to the right. Now to the backfield with Moyer. Moyer looks, throws. It's Caden Page to the 15, to the 10, trying to break a tackle. He does, and into the end zone. A 20-yard touchdown pass to Caden Page. Wow. That's a great way to start the second quarter. 41-0. My goodness. Metzger kneels at the 10. Takes the snap, place. The kick is up by Beach, and the kick is once again good. So with 10:49 remaining in this first half, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 42, the New Richmond Lions nothing. We'll be back after this timeout.
Searching for a career in manufacturing? Flex Machine Tools is located right here in Wapakoneta. Flex has a wide range of products that benefit the manufacturing industry. From the Flex Arm to the Flex Jet, we offer solutions that our customers use throughout the U.S. Flex offers a 401k match, a competitive salary, and a friendly work environment. Do you want to make a difference in American manufacturing? Then visit flexmachinetools.com to view our open positions. Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? will let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at All Glaze and Sydney Audiology.
All Glaze Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at All Glaze and Sydney Audiology.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson and Josh Bishop for week number 1 of high school football action. It's unbelievable. 10:49 remaining in the first half. It's 42-0 as the Wapakoneta Redskins are just taking it to the new Richmond Lions. My goodness. You don't have to tell everybody where you went. I was actually imitating you along the way.
All right, good.
I was pretending to be you,
but I left for no. I can run down there that fast, go up and get, and then within 50 seconds we scored again. What happened?
It was a 20-yard touchdown pass to Caden Page, in a blink of an eye, man. In a blink of an eye.
We got a lot of, I tell you what, man, we got a lot of talent. I'm so excited to see these guys keep rolling. I got to think, I'm not going to knock on wood or do any of this. I've called some things early, but I think we're going to get through this game.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I think we'll be okay. And
there's pass by Young intended for Kennedy, and Kennedy dropped the ball in front of the Wapakoneta bench, stops the clock with 10-12. Remaining here in the second quarter.
Levi Kennedy is a really good receiver. I mean, he's just been blanked all year. He's had some big games, and tonight Jarrett Mullins is all over him. He's not going to get a lot of looks.
Young has some time. He throws over to the sideline. They don't do much as far as coming across the middle or slant patterns. They like throwing it to the sideline.
Yeah, they do. They don't want to go in the middle or this or that, but tell you what, the quarterback can throw some out-of-bounds passes.
Senegar, the junior, on the receiving end, got a first down.
Caden Page on the tackle.
And they're just taking their time. They're running as much clock as they possibly can. They got 14, 13 seconds left on this play clock. And they're going to take their time. 2 wideouts, both sides. It's going to be a handoff, and that's not going to go very far.
And who was it? Rampula said, hey, you run into me? Wow. I'm just going. He picked him up. I think he literally picked him up and threw him on the ground. Didn't he?
Boy, he had a tackle like that last week against Salina, which was just a great takedown. It was too bad, though. On that particular play, we couldn't give him 2 points for that takedown.
Right, yeah.
We couldn't add 2 points to our score. So instead of 42, it should be 44.
Right.
On the ramp.
Nice. It was a good old freaking drop step takedown.
You like the wrestling?
I do. And he was a good wrestler. He don't wrestle anymore, but he was a really good wrestler.
No, I meant you like the wrestling analogy that I made.
Yeah, I did. I did. I love that. Yes. And St. Ed's, going back to where you come from, St. Ed's is one of the best in the nation as a wrestling team.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, we've won so many state champions. It's a dynasty. It started actually my junior year when we won our first state championship. And those guys were tough. I went there. I really wanted to play basketball, but a lot of people wanted me to wrestle. And I can't tell you, my weight class, freshman year would have been 145, senior year 165. And those guys were all state champions.
Yeah.
They were all state champions.
And you had to go in there just be their.
I wasn't going to go up there and be their punching bag. I said, I'll stick with football. I like basketball and baseball, and I ran some tracks.
Oh, Judas! He just got hit so hard, I think I mean, we saw it. He's getting up, Dan.
Oh,
but I mean, was that Rampula that hit him that hard?
Oh, my.
Oh, I saw his head whip back. All I was looking at the play.
It looked like his head snapped.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Wow. 4th and 20.
And I'm going to think, I swear, I think it was, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me tomorrow, but
well, we'll see it on the video.
Number 57.
Yeah, it was kind of crowded. It was kind of crowded down there. It was hard to see. Boy, that ball was almost blocked. That was almost blocked once again. Kyle Holzkamp almost got a hand in there, and I think he, was showing mercy and not going after the ball. 8:33 remaining here in the first half. It's 42-0. Wapakoneta over the New Richmond Lions, and they're coming up from just outside Cincinnati. That's a 2.5-hour drive practically for most of these people who came before the game.
Hey,
and maybe that 2.5-hour drive back is going to feel more like 5 hours. I guarantee.
And Dan, have you ever heard that where your will has been broke?
Yeah,
I think it might be for them because you're not going to see him play the same.
Moyer looked like he was going to try to pass or throw some kind of a screen, but he decided to tuck it and run it. And I think at this point, we don't need to be running him. We don't need to be
I wouldn't either. I would never run him.
Just hand it off.
Just hand it off. Keep your quarterback safe.
Or just throw safe passes.
Yeah, you're up 42-0. They're never coming back. Not on this defense. Unless they bring in maybe a couple NFL players. And that's about it.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to break the curse of week number
yes,
one
I
when
did.
you called the game against Marion Local.
Yes, I screwed up. And
There's
there he goes,
Nouse.
Jace Nouse. And he's going to bounce it outside. There he goes.
Inside the 50 to the 40.
Oh!
And Russell out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line.
But what do you do as a head coach, Dan? Do you put your JV in this late? Now, if you get up 50-something to nothing, do you before half? Do you let your backups play the rest of the game?
I think this is, the playoffs. You need to have.
You got to have everybody healthy.
But you got to have people healthy. Number one, but you got to have the reps too.
Yes.
This is depending upon who we play next week. We know it's going to be probably a little bit better team. Probably.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Right.
But you're going to have to be ready to play. Looked like there was motion there by Jolly. But Jolly's going to get the catch, tries to get inside the 30, and he does. And that'll call that a gain of about 5, maybe 6 on the play. As Wapak continues to move the ball with 7:38 remaining here in the first half. Wapak up 42-0.
And Tyler Center's on the tackle. And I missed a couple tacklers on the things, but Tyler Center's on the tackle. I've been just so impressed with our offense. I know my legs are shaking around, and Dan's probably going to ready to smack me right out the window. But, man, Wapak is doing a really good job here.
2nd and 6 from the 29. Handoff now. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. See what I'm talking about?
See, yes. You don't want your quarterback to get hurt.
I don't know why we got to call these plays. I don't want to see this happen. I don't want to see that happen, man.
Because, Dan,
I don't want to see that
anytime
happen.
You always think you're invincible. And when you think your quarterback's invincible, you always do. I mean, I was
and he's only a sophomore, too, so we got to be concerned about next year and the year after that.
So you always want to – you get a score here, he don't come back in the game for me.
Well, at least run some safe.
Maybe the first series out the half, but –
hand it off to some other people. But, again, you got to get the reps in. You got to get the reps. You can't not get the reps.
You know who needs the reps? Your offensive lineman.
And we've got a timeout on the field. So with 6:26 remaining, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. Hey, the scoreboard tells everything right there.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Camping is one of America's oldest pastimes, so why lose a minute of family fun when your RV needs service or repair? At Kill RV Service, we offer you the best in service and repairs. Your site or our site, our experienced team will thoroughly inspect and professionally repair your camper or RV so you don't miss a minute of fun. We do insurance and extended warranty repairs and have a complete array of parts in stock. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com.
One knee, you're done.
Welcome back. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop. Week number 1 of high school football playoffs here on TSC. Wapakoneta just taking it to New Richmond, 42-0. Moyer drops back. Halftime has a man open, and he's wide open.
That's Ryan Walter. What a run.
He gets the ball to Walter that time. He missed him in the end zone previously, and Walter, nice run after the catch. He's going to move it down near the 10-yard line. Is it going to be first and goal?
It is first and goal.
Wow.
Ryan Walter with a great catch. Saw things in, ran over 2 or 3 guys, and
my offensive side of the notepad is curling around the page right now instead of going to another page. These guys are
they're just giving you so many stats to talk about, man.
On fire, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, we've got a couple of changes out there at least. Well, it's nice to see Ryan Sadler in there. Sadler's the senior. And there's a whistle and another timeout.
And that's on them.
So with 5:46 remaining, we've got a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. I want to say thanks to our sponsors once again. As always, TSC, Lonnie Pedersen, and everybody over there. Terry Schwartz, Susan, Walter. I mean, you guys all do such a great job. And there's so many other people that I can name, but I can't tell you how much we appreciate the opportunity of working with you and bringing Wapak High School football back for all 10 games, plus as many playoff games as we could this year. Got a great crew out there, too. Jack, the Sea-Hag, Hagerman. Of course, Isaac Sell and his wife, Diana, doing the main camera. Glenn Milliner's Band of Renown, and doesn't get any better than this guy to my left here, Josh Bishop. Boy, the excitement, the enthusiasm. This is what Wapak football is all about, my friends. And I couldn't be any happier, too. So want to thank all of our sponsors and TSC and, of course, my entire crew for bringing you this game. But we still have a quarter and another quarter and 5:46 remaining. There's Nows bouncing off a few people down into the inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Dan, I tell you what.
2 touchdowns already.
We're just kind of owning this team. And I think what you've seen, we are owning them. And they gave up. You know how you break the will of somebody?
You said that earlier, and I think you're right.
And they are done. And they want to go home. They want to get on the bus. And so maybe they want
to start basketball practice on the way.
Let's get back. Hey, let's get the basketball out on the way home, you know, because they just got totally manhandled tonight. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Wapak threatening again. Motion to the left is Hauser. Moyer is going to hand it off on the counter to Nouse, and Nouse with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
I had a midget football team. We love it, but I had midget football players that tackle better than they do. They're just diving in a leg, just whipping at it.
Wow.
New Richmond.
48-0. And Beach going to try to tack on another one. Actually, I'm calling it 50-0 with that 2-point takedown by Rambula. Hey, the kick is up and the kick is good. So it's exactly 5 minutes remaining. We got to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. It's Wapak. 48. New Richmond, nothing. We'll be back right at 49. Why'd I say 48? I'll let the scoreboard tell you. We'll be back.
Elevation Chiropractic, formerly known as Kantner Chiropractic, has been serving Wapakoneta and the surrounding communities for 30-plus years of generational quality chiropractic care. Elevation Chiropractic is unique as we utilize numerous techniques to accommodate our patient as well as their condition. In addition to chiropractic care, we now offer cutting-edge technologies such as spinal decompression as well as Class 4 laser therapy. As a former Redskin alumni, Dr. Michael Nagel would like to wish all the Wapak athletes a successful and healthy season. Visit us at elevationchiroohio.com or contact us at 419-738-4373 to see how we can elevate your health.
Do you know the dollar value of your largest asset? I'm committed to volunteering my time to help you determine the value of your home with a free market valuation. Every month or quarter, you receive a statement for your other valuable assets, so why not know the value of your home? By contacting or connecting with me, we can set up an appointment to take a quick look at your home and determine the value of your largest asset. Give me a call at 419-773-9583 or click to connect to my website to get started.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop. Week number 1 of high school football playoffs as Beach takes the ensuing kick into the end zone. As always, the Wapak up 49-0.
I tell you what, Dan, I tell you, there's no running clock yet in this half, but at 30 points, 34 points in the second half, we come out in the second half, they don't score, we're going to have a running clock the whole second half. So right now you still got your first team defense out there.
Yeah. And you know, like I said, I would expect them to get most of the reps when we start the second half, because you got to be ready for that week 2. You know, because the season is so expanded in the playoffs. This is kind of an anomaly, but it's kind of a good thing too. And it's also a bad thing. It's a good thing because, you know, because we played so well as an 8-2 team, we're playing a team that's not equivalent to us, skill level wise, and it's evident tonight. I'm not saying anything out of line or out of turn. No disrespect to New Richmond fans who might be watching this on YouTube in the future, but the bottom line is, you know, you've got to be prepared for the rest of the season, as far as the playoff season is concerned. And it's an injustice.
Oh, and here's Rampola.
There he goes
and
again.
57 is in his face.
Man, he is just dominating that line. And he's coming up right up his back, and that's got to hurt having that guy take you down.
This quarterback say, "Hey, do you got the buses started yet?"
Oh my!
I mean, he's kind of thinking that in his weird way, isn't he? He said,
Yeah.
"I just want to get on the basketball." So he's a tall kid. He probably wants to play basketball. Maybe he's a wrestler. I doubt it.
You know, Brady Young, I mean, he's 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big boy.
After a couple of these sacks, I think he's going to come out of this game 6'2". Who knows? With the sack, it brings up 3rd and 19, 3:46 remaining. But like I said, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I need to see people get their reps.
Right.
They got to be able to handle it. You know, otherwise, with the timeout on the field now, New Richmond's going to take their first time out of the game. Wapak has 1 left. But, you know, again, what we're looking at here is, you know, you want to be prepared for the next game. So what do? If they don't get enough reps here, then you got to beat them up in practice. Yeah. And if you beat them up in practice, you kind of wear them down a little bit, because they're not really going to have any contact to speak of, except maybe one day.
Right.
One day they'll have contact next week. But everything else will be a walkthrough.
I think Travis does a good enough job of getting his kids ready all week. So I think he'll have them ready to go, even though that, you know, I tell you what, is it worth taking a chance? You maybe come out the second half, play your starters the first series, both sides. And after that, they don't need to be here. You let your kids that get beat up in practice get beat up on the field. Right?
I look at it a little bit differently, though. I think you can salt and pepper some of the younger classmen with the older classmen.
You're right.
And let them play along with those guys, and let those guys get the reps. The
guys you want
stringers.
to get the reps, right? Oh man, I tell you. And I tell you what, you ain't going to have.
We'll see how this all shakes out. But that stops the clock with 3:36, and kind of looking forward to the running clock now. I mean, you know, it's maybe they need to do that at some point where, you know, it's like, hey, you're up by 45 in the first
We've
half.
all said this.
You got to run.
When you have 16 teams in a region, you know you're getting teams that have only won 2 to 3 games in the playoffs.
St. Ed's first game is against a 1-9 team.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is that?
Do you think they really want to play St. Ed's?
No sense.
Heck no. Right.
No sense at all. Not with all the Division I scholarships they have on that team. They're just going to crush these guys. And some people can get hurt for life.
Yes.
And I just question the expansion like that, because everybody always talks about the health of the kids, and, you know, at one point, Ohio State won their national championship, and we were asking these guys to play more games than Ohio State to win a state championship than Ohio State took to win a national championship. And that's ridiculous.
Right.
So I enjoy the playoffs like the next guy, but I think this week one around the league has got to show that we've got to pull back the reins and think about the health of these kids too.
Right. And you got some new guys out there. They got out here number 3.
That's what I wanted to see. There you go. Got Bishop in the backfield, and Bishop's going to get the ball on the handoff as he turns the left corner up to the 45. So this is what I wanted to see. So somebody's listening to me down there. They got your number 1 quarterback in there. You replace him with the 2 younger guys in the backfield with Longsworth and Bishop. That's nice.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 people on the line. You got the senior in there. It's giving him some action there. Number 81 at tight end, Ryan Sadler. So that's always nice. So this is what I wanted to see.
This is what you said. Mix it up a little bit. Get a little bit of both ends.
Grant Stauffer in the wideout to the right. That's nice. This is what I want to see. Have him play the first team reps with a couple of first team players.
Oh, there's Longsworth with a really good run.
Boy, that was a nice drop of his shoulder.
Yes. Tough kid.
One of the things we talk about what runners can be taught and what they can't be taught. One of the things that can't be taught is how instinctive you have to be to lower your shoulder to take that first impact when you have that first 5-yard burst and you're going to get hit. And that's what he did in that play. He dropped his shoulder and blew through the impact.
Right.
And that's what good runners do instinctively. Yes. They don't stand straight up and they take that hit.
You got to take your shoulder pads.
You got to give the hit. You can't take the hit. Longsworth takes
another good run by Longsworth.
Another handoff and gives another big hit right there. I like that. He runs really low to the ground.
Yes, he does, and he's tough. He's tougher than nails, and he's got a good offensive line in front of him, so he's getting big chunks of yards. You're talking all your skilled players right now are your second stringers. You got Caleb Moyer handing the ball off, but the thing is, he's their age.
They have to get used to it because Naus isn't going to be here next year.
No, he's got to get used to the handoffs
to that. There you go.
Noah and Andre and all the other guys.
2nd and 6 from the 34 of the Lions. On the counter, it's Bishop. Bishop under the 20 to the 10, 5. He smelled the end zone.
Oh, my God! Was that beautiful? Yes, sir! That turned it on! Woo!
That was wow. Where did he find that second gear?
The second gear came on. I didn't know he had it.
He outran that guy. Wow. Well, I'm already deaf in one ear, and I may be partially deaf in the other ear on that scream by Papa Bishop.
Hey, did you really think he was going to make that, Dan? Because I didn't know.
You know what? I did.
You did?
I saw it because he turned when he actually initially turned to the inside, and when he made that turn to the outside, I said he's gone. I said it to myself. I said he's gone.
Sorry, Dan, for
I couldn't get a word in edgewise to at least verbalize that. As Bishop with a 34-yard touchdown run expands the lead to 56-0 with $1:24 remaining here in the first half. We'll keep it right here. Let's talk a little bit about these underclassmen. This is what I meant by saying salt and pepper these younger guys in so that they can get a feel with some of the starters, whether they're going to be here next year or not. And that's terrific. That's what you want to see. You want to give them that kind of feel. A young man like Noah has reached pay dirt a couple times this year, and you don't know how much that sticks with it. I'm talking to the general public.
The general public, yes, how much that sticks to you. That is what gets kids.
Darn well what
and
you
know,
what
and
you
I
live
know
with.
what gets people in the weight room.
Whoa,
right?
Man, that motivating factor to get better. Because you just get a little bit of success, and you want to be better.
Yes, you want to be better, Dan.
Yeah. Hey, we've got Eisert's kicker. Beach is taking a little bit of a break here. So the JV kicker got under it just a little bit. And that's going to be taken at about the 20-yard line. Longsworth tried to get to him. He slipped and fell down. Here's a nice return, something to cheer about for the Lions. Up over the 40, near the 44-yard line is where they're going to start. 1st and 10 with $1:16 remaining here in the first half. Scoreboard says it all, folks. I'd never fathomed this coming into the game, 56-0.
Hey, I tell you what, Dan, when you get your first or your JV football kids in the first half in a playoff game on the field,
yeah, and that's what we're seeing. That's
yes.
what we're seeing right now defensively. You know, they're trying to get things organized there defensively right now as New Richmond is going to hand it off. Somewhat of a simple play right up the middle, possibly just to run the clock. With a gain of 5, it'll bring up 2nd and 5. And we'll call it the 49-yard line. Under a minute remaining now. Lineup-wise, with those 2 wide receivers, I don't think it's going to matter, but they are going to throw the ball. That's surprising. And taking it up to the first down marker on the reception is number 81 for the Lions, and that's Luke Wolf. And Luke was one of their key receivers all year long coming into this game. And bouncing off a few Redskin defenders.
Back in there it was Kyle Holzkamp and Brody Preeser with a tackle. But they're kind of getting some gains here. They got 28 seconds, no timeouts left.
Yep, 23 seconds now. No, they have 2 timeouts left.
Oh, yep. Oh, going to go.
Young under a little bit of pressure. He's going to throw it. He's going to connect. And that's Siniger again on the receiving end.
On the.
So running the ball out of bounds and getting the first down stops the clock with 11 seconds remaining. I'm sure the first team for the Wapak D is kind of hoping they can shut them down here with these 11 seconds remaining. As Young looks to the sideline for a little confirmation.
Yes, you got 11 seconds to keep these guys out of the end zone.
Dylan Wolf's going to split from the backfield into more of a wide-out position. So there's a 5-wide receiver set for Young. Takes the snap.
He's going deep.
Sets up,
there
looks, throws, caught. Keep him in bounds. You got to keep him in bounds. But he's got enough for the first down inside the 10. So it'll bring up 1st and goal with 6 seconds remaining, possibly 1 play left. You know, in the pros, that might be 2 plays, but even that would be stretching it. So I would say 1 more play left for Young. Takes the snap. He's going to
reverse. Here he's coming.
It's a reverse pass.
Oh!
And it's a touchdown. Wow.
He caught it. That was a good play.
So that was Siniger with the pass to their number 1 receiver all year long, Cohen Manning. And Manning on the receiving end of that 9-yard touchdown pass puts the Lions on the scoreboard.
With 0 seconds left. Man.
Kind of knew that was going to be the last play. So the snap, the place, the kick is up, and it's a low liner, but it's true, and it's good. And so at the end of the first half, the Wapakoneta Redskins 56, the New Richmond Lions 7. We'll be back after this halftime timeout. You're watching high school football playoff action on TSC. Go Skins!
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848, celebrating our 175th anniversary. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank. and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Friday Night Football on TSC.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by the following: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications.
Hi, I'm Alan Davis. And here at Allen Davis Insurance, we strive to be your solutions provider. As a business owner and an active farmer, I know the challenges firsthand that you face to run your business and your farm. Give us a call, 419-738-7447, for your auto, home, life, farm, commercial, crop, and financial services. Or check us out on the web at AllenDavisInsurance.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop. Week number 1 of high school football playoff action. The scoreboard tells it all, 56-7. To start the second half, we'll have a running clock. And before the kicker even gets close to the ball, the clock is already running. Who's back to receive there, Josh?
Noah Bishop and Andre Longsworth.
Looks like Noah's going to take it at the 15. He's up to the 20, breaks the tackle, slips through a couple more up over the 15 or 25, I should say, up to the near the 30-yard line. So nice return.
Yeah.
Anytime you get over 10 yards on a return, that's good, especially a kickoff return. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Coming out here with a running clock up 56-7. And it looks as though it's going to be mainly the JV squad in there. And who's going to be at quarterback? Zink.
It's going to be Zink. And Zink's done a good job all year. He's come in and been a leader for his JV team. And
let's talk about that JV squad, what you've seen this year.
I think they only lost 2 games. They lost to Marion Local and another team, but they've played really well. It's had some really close games. And they've had a lot of grit. So you're going to see.
Zink's going to hand it off to Bishop. Bishop up over the 40. And he's over the 50 in the midfield, over the 40, over the 30, over the 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Would you look at that?
70 yards.
Toledo!
Wow, that kind of woke you up. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to be down there for a moment.
Yeah. Wow.
And where he found that hole and where he found that speed.
Hey, Dan, I don't know.
We didn't have a chance to breathe on that.
I can't even breathe. My chest hurts right now. I'm so excited.
Ethan Eisert on the extra point, and it's good. It's 63-7. A 70-yard touchdown run in a playoff game?
Yeah, no Nikes.
Oh, wait a second. He's already got over 100 yards now. He's got over 100 yards rushing in a playoff game.
Yeah, that's better than I ever did.
2 touchdowns.
I never got to a playoff game, Dan.
2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Wow. Well, this is what we talked about as far as that enthusiasm and about that building a foundation for the future. And it's those kind of runs and those kind of moments that he'll be talking about all through the offseason. So most of these players that we see here tonight are actually underclassmen. So having that enthusiasm, having that ability to do what he did also speaks a lot for the underclassmen.
Right.
Because the underclassmen that are starting this year and the success they're having, you want to have those shoes that are filled by those seniors that are exiting with people and players that have the talent and the skill level to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
It's really what it's all about.
It is. It is. And, Dan, I don't.
Yeah. You don't what, Josh? Oh, there's already a flag.
We got a flag out there. What happens, Dan, is, and we'll say it, you probably had it with St. Ed's, and you have it everywhere. When you have a good core of football players and a good group of kids that are really close together, and they all play for each other, stuff like this happens. You know what I mean?
Playing for each other.
Yes, they play for each other, and it's special. And that's why I've said I think a lot of people are starting to realize this team's kind of special.
So we got a personal foul on New Richmond, and they're going to mark it back probably where? Inside the 15-yard line?
Yeah, that's awful. Because
so they're going to take it down to 13.
And, Dan, at this still third quarter with 9:54 to go. I don't know why the clock stopped either.
The clock's supposed to continue to run.
And I don't know what New Richmond's like. Please, can the game just be over now?
Wow.
I mean, I feel bad for them because they don't want to be out here anymore. They're, Wapak's JV's running 70-yard touchdown runs. And
well, let's not take it away from them. That was a good run.
they got here. They got here on their own. I mean, they had a good year. But
well, let me take a moment here to once again thank our sponsors, Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor and Son. There's Young as he throws that pass out in the left flat once again to Kennedy. And Kennedy will get a couple of yards on the play. State Farm Insurance, Jimmy Sager, All Glaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, and Dad's Toy Shop. Thank you once again, along with TSC, for your sponsorship here tonight and allowing us to bring you this playoff football game.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dan, this this defense, this right here, doing what Wapak's doing right here, getting their younger players in here and learning how to play against another playoff team and holding their own is a lot.
Tell me about this sophomore Carnes that just had that tackle.
Johnny
boy, is
Carnes,
he really moving the line.
Yeah, he's a big boy, 270, 280. Good wrestler, wrestled all through Little Kids Wrestling.
I was going to say, the way that he's shooting out low for such a big guy, and watch the leverage on this young man. He really is dominating the line, so you could tell wrestlers how they can get underneath and push up. Let's watch him at the nose tackle position. And unfortunately, it took two guys to take him down that time. The pass is complete. And down the right sideline for the pass by Young is number 81 on the play. And 81 in your hearts, but not in the play. Oh, wait.
It's 81
That's Luke Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a really good receiver.
I don't know why I look like 82 on my paper for some reason.
So they're going, what, 3 wide? They got 3 to the trips left?
Trips left, single setback once again for Young. Takes the snap, fake handoff, looks for the down and out once again to Wolf, and he'll be wrestled out of bounds after a gain of about 3 with the running clock, 7:25 remaining.
Dakota hit a pull on the tackle. And Dakota, we talked about him last week, he's had so many knee problems. His freshman year tore his ACL, hurt his knee earlier in the year. He just got back 2 to 3 weeks ago, and he's coming out and he loves this game. As a junior, he still comes out here and he said, I'm not giving it up. I love this game. So he keeps coming out here and doing his thing.
And he's healthy now. So far, so good, right?
Right.
We got a blitz on the end there. Wow, as the pass is completed to number 22. Once again, it's Dylan Wolf this time, but coming hot off the end was
Caden Zink on the tackle.
Yeah. Who was coming in off the end there? I just saw.
Braylon Edwards. Braylon Walter. Braylon Edwards.
Wow, you're really dating yourself.
Yes, I was. Sorry.
63-7 here as we started the third quarter, but the running clock just keeps going.
I tell you what, I like the fact that the clock stops a lot more than I thought it should.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that Moyer has a lot of faith in his younger players to let them come out here and do what he's doing. And he lets the players come out here and with your younger sophomores. A lot of sophomores and freshmen out here now.
42.
42. Set Hut, is that what we're doing?
No, who's 42?
Oh, 42. It's he's a freshman. It's he's a freshman, and that is
no help.
Yeah, I know who it is, and I don't know why it's not on. Must have got a different 42.
Yeah, because he's the one that was coming in off the end blitz on the previous.
I don't know
play.
why he's not on the.
And I didn't see it either. So my apologies to number 42 and his family. You should know who that is.
Yeah, and different jersey number. It's a freshman jersey number, and I know who it is. I think, and it's by the way he looks. It's Let me see.
1st and 10 with the ball on the 22. And a
the
direct
reason we don't
snap,
have it on here, they don't put the freshman on here.
Direct snap there to Dylan Wolf. And Wolf's going to take it down near the 10-yard line, and let's see if they're going to call it 1st and goal. Yeah, they're going to call it 1st and goal from the 10. 4:45, 46, 45, 44 on the end around. Siniger is the ball carrier. So tell me more about these players on defense. Kind of get our listeners up to date, our viewers up to date with some of these younger players.
And they got a touchdown here. You have Preezer. You have a couple. Hartzog is 42. That's who it is. Hartzog's 42. I could just tell by the way his expression was there. Hartzog's a freshman, young linebacker, just coming. This is a big deal for him. It's the first time he's got on the field as a freshman. That's a big stage for a freshman. He's getting a little taste of it. He's going to be a good ball player, and you're seeing a lot of younger kids here at the corners, and you'll probably see the freshman team come in here soon, I'd say, Dan.
And the kick is up and looks like it's good and true, and it is.
So you're still 3:35 in the third quarter, 63-14. Yeah, our JVs gave up a couple touchdowns, but our JV scores with them,
They did stop the clock, so let's go ahead and take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Welcome back, everyone. The ensuing kickoff is taken by Bishop, playing center field inside the 10-yard line, up over the 15. Tries to get up to the 20 before he's taken down.
Nice return. Got it up past the 18-yard line and tackled by number 26 for the Lions. Coolin Caldwell. Big old junior DB, 6 foot 145.
So coming into this game, of course, Wapak losing their first two games of the season at home here to a very tough Marion local team. We should go far once again in the playoffs this year. And a Defiance team that, as we said in the past, really kind of handled the running game, ball control offense. But Wapak rattles off 8 straight wins, and this is going to be 9. And I think that's going to – I mean, if you look at this team on paper and you're somebody like a Vandalia Butler who we could possibly see next week, or some of those other teams like Trotwood Madison or Baden, they're going to see a real threat here in this team.
Yeah.
Because, we said they started hitting a stride there, especially defensively when they were shutting down people. But where do you see their weakness in the playoffs?
Our weakness?
Yeah.
I see our weakness when you match our speed with – we had more speed than anybody in the league this year. So when we get somebody with speed like we have, we're going to probably have some problems. So you know what I mean, Dan?
Bishop again, the ball carrier there.
When we get speed like we have with toughness and everything else, then it's going to come down to who wants it more.
Would you say that Marion Local was as quick as us?
I think so.
I think we handled them physically.
Yeah.
But
they were as fast as we were.
They were quick.
Yeah, they were quick. They had good backs. They had speed. You saw they had some track stars there.
Yeah. And they had a real nice lucky catch.
Yes. My gosh.
I don't want to say luck, but the football gods were with them.
Yes. They were. I mean, you remember that, Dan?
It was going to be interference.
He caught the ball
at
the 30-yard line.
Yep.
We'll see it from day. We just can't. We'll never forget it.
No.
We're at the 45, and we're like, oh, it was heartbreaking. But you know what?
The onside kick hurt too.
Yes, it hurt. But sometimes, Dan,
you don't really prepare for that.
Yeah, the onside kick
that early in the season.
And I don't know if we talked about it a little bit during that game, but the way he kicked that onside kick, how he had the ball placed,
it was weird.
And it was weird. It was how it was just perfectly
took a crazy
kicked.
bounce, but didn't just took a crazy elevated bounce.
Yeah.
2nd and 7 from the 42. It's Bishop again.
Oh, and he got stuffed.
Yeah,
he got hit in the backfield. They were there for that.
Yeah.
So what you're going to see now is maybe will you see a pass out of our JV quarterback?
I don't think so. 23 seconds remaining in the quarter. They probably there's 25 seconds on the play clock, and the play clock's not running. So I think they're just going to let it run out to the end of the quarter, and that'll bring us to the end of 3 here in Wapakoneta. 63-14. What else can I tell you? We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Searching for a career in manufacturing? Flex Machine Tools is located right here in Wapakoneta. Flex has a wide range of products that benefit the manufacturing industry. From the Flex Arm to the Flex Jet, we offer solutions that our customers use throughout the U.S. Flex offers a 401k match, a competitive salary, and a friendly work environment. Do you want to make a difference in American manufacturing? Then visit flexmachinetools.com to view our open positions.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta on this full moon Friday night. Not only the beautiful Friday night lights, but I'm telling you, it is a beautiful night for high school football. The Wapakoneta Redskins 63, the new Richmond Lions 14. Running clock here in the fourth quarter as Zink lines up under center, 3rd and 9, just taking his time, surveying the defense. And it's going to be Bishop trying to turn the corner, up over the 40, well short of the first down.
Yeah. So we got 4th and...
So they talked about it a while before we came back on the sideline about what they wanted to do. And I think they're going to go for it. No, they're going to send out
they're going to punt. You know, usually see who your backup punter is, see how our punt team does. And I'm not even sure who 99 is on the roster. It is, Ethan Eisert. He's a junior. 5'10", 150-pound junior. Oh, nice kick.
Nice end-over-end kick. Falls inside the 25-yard line, and that's where they're going to down it. And New Richmond will take over 1st and 10 with 10:42 remaining in the game. Long ride up here for the New Richmond Lions and their fans, but as I told you, it's probably 2.5-hour drive, and it's going to feel like 5 going back.
bringing in some younger players again. We got Lincoln Hutt out here at cornerback and Dakota Hittapole, and some of our safeties are Zink and Grant Stauffer.
So Zink is going to play just like Moyer, like a quarterback safety position.
They're taller. They're taller guys. They like their taller guys in the back, deep backfield. Our corners are kind of shorter, fast and quick and quick twitch muscle guys. Oh, who was that? Really good play from. Who was that guy? 38. He's sniffing out the ball for Wapak. Wyatt Schumann. My gosh, we're still in the fourth quarter at 10:04.
10:04. This is dragging on right now. Well, we got to look forward to week number 2 of high school football playoffs, and depending upon the opponent.
Oh, and ball's out! And who has it?
Wapak's recovered.
Yes, they do.
Number 73 came up with it.
Who in the heck is that kid? I think we know who he is. And they call him a freshman. It is a freshman. I don't have his number. Oh, yeah, Jack Fisher. Jack Fisher, and you probably have done his dad on Ohio Country Today. He's a big farmer here in town, Mr. Fisher.
Yeah, there you
Fisher
go.
Farms.
Yeah.
He's big in the FFA, and
wow. Nothing going right for the Lions tonight. They did get 2 touchdowns on the board, but not against the first team. Zink's going to hand it off to Longsworth.
Oh, and there's Longsworth.
Longsworth still on his
and
feet.
still running hard. Tough run by Longsworth. His shoe just popped off, and somebody threw it back, and he said, "Hey, man, give me my shoe." He said, "Nope, I'm not." Remember them old days where what was it, the Michigan High State game where the guy threw the shoe, and it was a big story. And then we haven't talked about Michigan and Ohio State yet, but the Michigan story, we'll have to get to that some point. It's not looking good.
I don't know if we need to worry about those guys.
No, we just worry about Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Yeah. Well, right now we're just worried about
Wapakoneta.
Wapakoneta High School football right now. Zink's trying to run the clock here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the play clock. Hand it off to Bishop. Bishop trying to find the hole. And up to the 25-yard line.
2 or 3 yards there.
Boy, I don't know about you, but my voice is shot. I mean, the whole last week has just been, a whirlwind for me. I did the Halloween parade downtown, and then I had the football game on Friday night. Sunday, went down to watch the Browns play in Indianapolis. And all this week I was doing a lot of voiceover stuff, and then all that energy in the first half. I mean, I'm like you. I'm winded down right now.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, so much excitement in the first half. I'm wore out.
I know. It's crazy.
And Andre Longsworth with a big run and tackled by a host of the Lions.
Let's talk about what we can expect next year with those two guys too. We're not into next week yet, but since we're seeing a lot of Longsworth and Bishop, are they going to run a lot of? Would they run a two-back set?
I don't know.
They're going to continue to run something like.
But with Caleb Moyer,
who's going to show up?
With Caleb Moyer progressing like
one
he is,
person like now.
I don't know. Because as good as Caleb's gotten, it's all about Caleb Moyer at this point. I think how good he gets in the offseason, it's all about what Caleb can do in an offense. It might be 5 wide. I don't know. He's that good.
So you probably
would
anticipate it being something like a traditional Kenton quarterback where, he's got 1,000 yards rushing and, 1,000 yards passing in the first 5 games.
Right. Right. Yes, and with guys like him, Caleb, the sky's the limit. As a sophomore, being as good as he is right now.
We've got another quarterback in there.
This is Brady Burden coming in.
And Brady is a
freshman. And this is all freshmen. These are all freshmen.
Wow. How cool is that to say you were in a playoff game as a freshman?
Yeah, no doubt.
That'll live for a while.
Oh.
A little bit of a miscue there.
And they got back on it. I think Wackoff got it.
Well,
and they had a little extra curricular activity there. Hit one of our freshmen. The freshmen, you could tell they're a little nervous out there.
That's okay.
Right.
That's okay. Let's thank our sponsors once again.
Hey, Dan, I got one other boy. I got another Bishop boy out there. Number 25 is little Isaac, little Tubby, I call him. Little Tubby. He'll get there. He's short and sawed off just like we are. Number 25 at the corner.
That's good to see. That's good. Good. Thanks to our sponsors once again, Merritt Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, and Elevation Chiropractic. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 20. Under 6 minutes now remaining.
Ooh, we got a little gain up the middle. Number 22 for the Lions, Dylan Wolf.
Yeah, Dylan
He's
Wolf.
only a freshman, so he's playing with his own classmates here. Dylan's a heck of a back for being a freshman. He's probably 22 years old, but that's like his jersey says, but we don't know that. We didn't look at his birth certificate.
Well, it's kind of unfortunate that the guy ahead of him is only a sophomore, averaging 116 yards a game, not playing tonight.
On the initial hit is number 87 for Wapak. Cole Springer. They got Cole Springer out there. He's a sophomore defensive end.
Thanks again to our friends at G.A. Windsor & Sons, State Farm Insurance, Auglaze Audiology, and Kill RV.
Oh, Braden. Nice tackle by Braden. Braden Bowersock.
4:40 remaining in the game. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 41. And I imagine they're going to go for it on 4th down, no matter what. Well, a picture tells 1,000 words. Well, so does the scoreboard.
And on the tackles, 84 for Wapakoneta, Toby Wilcoxon.
What an incredible first half we had. Wapakoneta just shot out to a quick lead on 2 14-yard touchdown runs by Nouse. And when I look at my chart here, it's New Richmond is starting at their 20. New Richmond is starting at their 20, interception. New Richmond starting at their 20, out on downs. New Richmond starting at their 20, out on downs. I mean, another interception on the next possession. And Wapak just continues to score and find the end zone. He's got a nice run there once again by Dylan Wolf. But Wapak with now 3 touchdowns today. Noah Bishop with 2 touchdowns and well over 100 yards. We got Jolly with a touchdown. Page with 2 touchdowns. Moyer with a touchdown run. I mean, just a great day for the offense, clicking on all cylinders. And as we've talked about in the past, and we need to give them credit again tonight, is that offensive line has really dominated most of the second half of the season, and obviously tonight. You know, after that loss to Defiance, you got to have control of the line of scrimmage. You have to dominate the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively. But you can't say enough about that offensive line. I mean, even though Nouse finds the hole, there's a hole.
Yeah, right.
And you got to get through it, you know. And they're doing a great job of doing just that. 2:28 remaining in the game, and
hey, tell you what,
the Lions are threatening here.
Is what they're thinking in this region is what Wapak comes in. I think we are actually probably a 1-2 seed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the rest of Vandalia, Butler, Elida, they were tied at half. So.
And we dominated Elida.
And we died Elida. So, you know, as we come into this, we're going to have Vandalia, Butler, or Elida. Wapak is a team you don't want to see right now. I mean, that's that. You know how it is where the team's just coming on and getting better every week. You don't want to see this team.
Yeah, great
right
point.
Now. Right.
Great point. Yeah, you're like that. And no matter what level of football you play, there are times when you come into a situation like that, as we see a touchdown pass from Young, and that is that's Bem or Boehm on the receiving end.
Right. And the freshman.
But that's exactly what we talk about at every level of football. It's like when a team's hot and you're the guy that has to play them next.
Oh,
you don't want to.
No,
you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy.
And one of the other things we talked about was the fact that this team was playing so well coming into this playoff game and coming into the playoff season, hitting on all cylinders, playing well defensively. It's going to build a lot of confidence. Like you said, there's a lot of people in our division, all right, not just the region,
right,
but in our division that are going to be bigger, that are going to be badder, they're going to be just as fast.
Right.
But sometimes that confidence level can
put you
say,
over the edge. Yes.
I'm here for a reason.
And I'm here to win.
I deserve to be here, and I'm gonna take it to you. You're going to be in a dogfight.
And
sometimes that's all you need.
That's all you need. And I haven't
Not
seen
the size
a team
of the dog in the fight.
Yeah.
The size of the fight in the dog.
It's darn tootin', bro.
That holds true no matter what.
No shit. Oh.
Especially with wrestling.
Yes, wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're 5'6", 135 pounds, it don't matter. You might not be able to play basketball and be a post player, but you know what you can do? You can take a leg and you can put him down and you can pin him.
That's right.
And I know St. Ed's,
Physicality-wise,
another good team. And I try to get everybody here, anybody I know, to get on this wrestling team because I think it makes really good football players.
I think you're right. There's a lot of discipline involved. And, you know, we see it with the big guys too, you know, which is impressive. You could tell, like we did talking about that offensive lineman for Wapak, number 76, Johnny Carnes. You know, only a sophomore, but Johnny got that leverage at the line a couple times.
Oh yeah.
And that when you leverage is what it's all about in wrestling.
Yes, and it's all about
developing that upper body strength and getting in
balance.
position. That balance is so important.
And I think
under a minute remaining.
And a minute, but most of these coaches down here, we got 2 or 3 wrestling coaches on the sideline, and you got the other guys that do a little bit of basketball. So if you're not going to wrestle and you're not going to play basketball, I guess you can go play video games. But what I would do
run track.
Is run track. Well, run track in the spring, but I don't like. I'm not a video game guy myself, but I think kids these days go and do as much as you can. Because you got to work the rest of your life, and you can do what you want on your own time. But go out and have fun. Play sports as much as possible because it's over like this, right, Dan? We were there. It is.
Amen.
It's over like this. And
just like this game, it's over like that. It was over like that
from
in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yes, sir.
Wapakoneta 63. The new Richmond Lions 21. Wapak advances in the high school football playoffs. Doesn't get any better than this.
Right.
Once again, want to thank our sponsors, Merritt Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Winsor & Son, State Farm, Jimmy Sager, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, and Dan's Toy Shop. For my tag team partner, Josh Bishop, what a great game tonight. You got to be proud of little Noah Bishop, but more importantly, proud of this team. Also, for our videographers, Isaac Sell, Jack the Sea Hag Hagerman, and the one, the only, Glenn Miller and his band of renown. I'm Big Dan Wilson, reminding you to join us next week for high school playoffs right here. High school football playoff action on TSC. Our final score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 63, the new Richmond Lions 21. Have a good night, everybody.
Tonight's high school football action on TSC has been brought to you by the following. Merritt Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications.
TSC is bringing fiber optic high-speed internet to your rural community. Power your household with upload and download speeds as high as 1 gigabit. GigaSpire technology provides blazing fast speeds and whole home coverage so you can enjoy an unrivaled online experience. At TSC, we look forward to bringing you hometown local service, saving you money, and welcoming you to the TSC Gigahood.